Srimad Bhagwad Gita, chapter 2, sloka 40. Siddhant, we will do chanting. Neha Bhikrama
नेहाभिक्रम
Nashosti
नशोऽस्ति
Pratyavayo
प्रत्यवायो
Na Vidyate
न विद्यते
Swalpa Mapyasya
स्वल्पमाप्यस्य
Dharmasya
धर्मस्य
Trayate
त्रायते
Mahato Bhayat.
महतो भयात्
Shloka 41. Vyavasayatmika
व्यवसायात्मिक
Buddhi
बुद्धि
Rikeha
ऋकेह
Kurunandana
कुरुनन्दन
Bahushakha
बहुशाखा
Hayantascha
हयन्ताश्च
Buddhayo
बुद्धयो
Vyavasahinam.
व्यवसायिनाम्
Thank you. Now we will do the meaning. Shloka 40. Na, not, iha in this, abhikram efforts, nasha loss, asti there is, pratyavya negative result, na not, vidyate is, swalpam a little, api even, asya of this, dharmasya duty or work, taryate saves, mahata from great, bhayat danger. So now here Sri Krishna ji is saying, working in this state of consciousness, there is no loss or negative result. And even a little effort saves one from great danger. So which state? Remember in the last shloka, Sri Krishna ji was saying that you have to be neutral, equanimous. You should not expect anything in return. Like you are not looking for anything in return. You are not looking for any result. You are just doing your primary duty. So Sri Krishna ji is starting to explain the Buddhi Yoga to Arjun and tell him that with gaining of knowledge is not a loss but a gain only near future or later. So we have to do our primary duty without expecting anything in return. That we have to always keep in our mind. And Sri Krishna ji is also saying that gaining the knowledge is no loss. Obviously, it is not a loss at all to gain the knowledge. It will be helpful in some or the other time. It may be helpful now, it may be helpful in future. You never know. So you should not think that why should I get take no learn, as I was saying you before, learn new language every year, learn new language, one new language. So you must be thinking, no, why I should learn? What is the use? We should not think of the use. What will be the result? What will be the outcome? What is the benefit? It is not about no. It's not about the thing of getting the benefit. It is about growing your intellect. When you get knowledge, what happens? Your intellect grows. You become more smart. You know so many things. Obviously, when we get more knowledge, we are more smarter. We are able to take wise decision. What is wrong? What is correct? At least your brain is not towards something useless. Your brain is always something useful things. You are always busy in something useful things rather than just watching the screen or wasting the time or thinking something else. So we should not think also one more thing, whenever you start thinking, you should start chanting. This is what I do. If my mind, when I'm free and my mind starts thinking something else, so as soon as I get the conscious, I start chanting the shlokas. We should not think. Sri Krishna ji says, don't think. Why you want to think? Just do your karma. So we will come back to this, that here Sri Krishna ji is saying that he is starting the Buddhi Yoga. He is giving the knowledge of the Buddhi Yoga, and he is also saying that getting the knowledge is no loss. It is always good. You know, it will be useful for you at any point of time. It may be immediately, it may be in near future, or it may be in far future. It depends. So you should always be open to get the knowledge, to gain different type of knowledge, not stick to only academics or not stick to only sports. You should get everything, whatever is possible. You should gain all the knowledge. Gaining the knowledge is no harm at any point of time. Okay, Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is saying that we should do our primary duties, and that learning the knowledge of Bhagwad Gita, there's no harm in learning it. You gain a lot, you lose nothing. Um, so except for like bad things like screen time, but you gain a lot of knowledge, and there's no harm in learning the Bhagavad Gita. And yeah, and there's no harm in learning new things. Uh, yeah.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. In this, Sri Krishna is telling to Arjuna that you have to do your primary duty without feeling anything. And if you are learning anything new from that, it is there is no loss. You don't lose anything from it, and if you will gain knowledge out of it. And if you are doing the right thing, you don't need to worry about it, and you should not feel fearful for doing that. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, ma'am. Akriti.
Yes, so Rati Krishna is telling that he's telling Arjun how how to do your primary duty. So he's telling that we should do our primary duty, and we should just say like, okay, I got one knowledge of chanting the sloka, so now I can go watch TV. So it's not like that. We should gain more and more knowledge. You can't just be like, okay, I'm done studying, I'm going to go play. You shouldn't be like that. You should gain more knowledge, chant the slokas.
Thank you, Sanchi.
Yes, ma'am. So here Arjun is telling Arjuna that you should do your primary duty. For example, we should be neutral. We should not be like, will I get if I do my primary duty? That's all.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay. See, you should listen to your friends as well when they are explaining. You know, we get to learn so many new words, vocabulary also improves, and you all are saying good points. So we should listen to everyone. Now, Shloka 41. Vyavasayatmika, resolute or focused, buddhi, intellect, eka, single, iha, on this path, Kuru Nandana, descendant of the Kurus, Bahushakha, many branched, not focused, he indeed, Ananta, endless, Cha and Buddhaya, intellect, Abhyasyam, of the irresolute, not focused. Here Sri Krishna ji is saying, O descendant of the Kurus, the intellect of those who are on this path is resolute or focused, and their aim is one pointed. But the intellect of those who are not focused or irresolute is many branched, meaning thinking of too many things instead of focusing on one task. So, what Sri Krishna ji is saying, that you should be focused. Your mind should not run at hundred directions. You should not think. That's what I was saying. Na? You should not think. I said right just before this sloka that we should not think. We should just focus on doing our karma. Whenever the mind will think, mind will, as soon as you finish your work, mind will start his work, start thinking. You should catch hold of that mind, and you should either do your duty, any of the work, or you start chanting the shloka. This is the best way of controlling the mind. If you leave the mind, then it will develop the full movie of 5 to 6 hours. You can make a movie on that, the way you are thinking, seriously, and it will be super duper hit. So we don't want to make a movie, right? So we need to control it. So we need to control that mind and be focused. So Sri Krishna ji is saying that you have to be focused. Okay, one more important point from the Supreme Teacher is that you should be focused single pointedly. You should be very sure, yes, I have to study now, then I will be doing the revision, then I'll be playing one break time, then again I'll be, I'll be learning this new thing. So that is called single focus. You should not be in a dilemma. Should I study or should I play? Or should I see the screen? Or should I just, sit and dream, daydreamers? That is that your mind is running in all the directions. No, you should bring your mind at one pointed single focusly. Like for me, I should be very no, I should be very focused. That yes, this is my routine. I have to do like this. Get up, do this. You know, it is not that oh I will decide. Let me see tomorrow. What is my mood? Will I cook or order from Swiggy or Zomato? It is not that. I have to be very focused and I have to do my duty. So remember this point, it's very important. It is from the Supreme Lord, it is not from me. So we have to be single focused. So from this shloka onwards, Sri Krishna began to provide us with a practical toolkit of techniques that would enable us to conduct our swadharma with equanimity of mind. This shloka explains the first technique in this toolkit, maintaining constant focus on the goal. Understood? So, this is the first technique by the Supreme Lord Himself, that you have to be single pointedly focused on your goal. Everybody has a goal. Everybody has a goal. Goal is what? A motive to do something, right? So we have to be focused on that. We should not be in a dilemma. Should I do or not? Should this happen or not? No. You have to be very much sure and focused. So, one more thing I would add here, that as we all are learning Bhagavad Gita, our goal should be to attain Sri Krishna ji. So, what is that? To be in his path, to be in divine consciousness path, chant the shlokas, always remember him, keep offering him, keep bowing down in front of him. You know, always remember that, because you have gained that knowledge, that what should be your actual goal. When you set this goal, all the other things will be done automatically by the Supreme Lord Himself. So leave all these material goals. No? I want a new toy, I want a new branded dress, all these things, iPad, oh God, Apple iPad or Apple phone, or that, what is that? Drone, huh? I saw the drone. All these are material happiness and the material goal. But our goal should be, at least all the people who have studied Bhagavad Gita, who have understand Bhagavad Gita, their goal should be to attain Sri Krishna, to be in divine consciousness, to chant the shlokas always, to remember Sri Krishna. Okay, now who is going to
Okay.
explain? I have told many things. Okay, here I have one more example. Uh, remember the story, it's a very famous story of Arjun himself. The story of Arjun, where his teacher has asked him, that they were staying far from a big tree, and there was a bird sitting on the tree, and teacher was Dronacharya was asking all the students that what do you see on the tree. It was only Arjun who said that I see the eye of the bird, because he was so much focused. He was not able to see anything else, the tree, the leaves, the fruits, the branches, the bird body also. He was just seeing bird's eye. How is that possible? It was Arjun's focus, single pointed focus. that from a far distance also he was able to see only the bird's eye. So we should also be single focused towards our goal. Okay, so who is going to explain? Anjali ma'am.
Okay. So in this sloka, Sri Krishna is telling to Arjuna that usually the human's mind will think of 100 things and try to focus on 100 things, which is not right. So even if you think of 100 things, you should focus on only one thing and you should try to achieve that. Uh, and it's like you have to, when you think only on one thing and focus, you will achieve it very successfully without fail.
Thank you ma'am, thank you so much. Akriti.
Yes, ma'am. So Lakshmi Krishna is telling to Arjun that our mind should be focused. Sometimes after studying, after we get up from the chair, our mind will think so many things and we can't stop it. So Lakshmi Krishna is saying that if we chant slokas, we can stop our mind and we should be so focused on one thing. Then our mind will also stop focusing on so many things.
Very good, thank you. Sanchi.
So here Krishna is telling that we should control our mind, like we should be focused on what we are doing first, then we should go to the next thing. But humans think about many things to do at once.
Okay, good, thank you. Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is saying that we should not get distracted by we should not get distracted from our like duties by unnecessary stuff. Like for example, devices. We shouldn't get distracted by them while doing our duties. So, for example, let's take a doctor again. So, a doctor is supposed to be treating people for any sickness. And instead of treating people, he instead goes on his computer and plays games all day. That will not be doing his personal his duties, and that'll be failing like what Lord Shri Krishna just said, because he's getting distracted by other stuff. There's also this one story where Dronacharya is teaching Arjun and all the other brothers, and then he asks, "What do you see on this tree?" And then, since Arjuna is a warrior, he has to think like a warrior. So he says, when all the other people would say cherry or leaves or trunk, he said the eye of a bird, which is located in the tree, which shows that he has focus and he is focused on his duties instead of getting distracted by all the unnecessary things.
Very good. Nice, thank you. So we learn today, what do we learn? Focused, right? We have to be single focused towards our goal. We all have our goals, different goals, and everybody's goal is different from others. And second point was Sri Krishna ji said that gaining the knowledge is no loss. One should be open, like Anjali ma'am, she has joined now and she's learning from me, so it's a great thing. Generally when no people grow up, they feel that we know everything, why should we listen to someone else, I know everything. We should not be with that attitude. We should be open to get the knowledge. We should be open to listen to others. No harm in listening. There is no harm in listening. You can later decide whether you want to follow whatever you have listened or you want to do on your own. But always remember, see, you are kids, so you don't know now. But when we grow up, we get that attitude. Why should I listen to others? I know what is good. I know what is going on. I have my own choices. You have your choices, but you should be open to accept. You should be open to listen. Always listen. Listening is a very good habit. If you listen, you will be not in loss. But if you don't listen, you will be in great loss. I'll give you one example of mine. Before Corona, I was Everything was normal. Obviously, there was no online at all. I never touched the laptop. I was not knowing how to use the laptop also, because everything was offline. I was doing my offline work. As soon as Corona came, everything got stopped. Then one of my friend, no, her husband told me, you start online classes. So I accepted that. I have listened to no, I have listened to that sir, and I have accepted, and I started online classes. So it was a trial and error. I did so many trial classes because it was new for me, new for everyone in this world, online classes. So if I was with an attitude, why should I listen to you? My online, I will continue with my offline class. Then what would have happened? I myself would have been in a great loss with no work, sitting at home, doing nothing. So you should always be open to listen to others. You don't know in which form Sri Krishna ji comes and help you. So it was Sri Krishna ji who helped me through that gentleman, that you start online classes. You know? So you should always be open and listen to everyone, who, because not everyone can come and tell you anything. So many people we come across. Does everyone tell you do this, do that? No, na. Only few will tell you do this. This you are doing is wrong. You can do this in a better way. Only few people will come and tell you this thing. So you should be open to accept things. You should be open to accept change. So see, there you all are very small. You will not understand. But no, when you grow, you want something, but things go in some other way. So you should not be no very stubborn that no, I want it in this way. I will do only in this way. Nahi. Maybe that is not what you want is not for you. Maybe something else is for you. So always be open to accept, to get the knowledge. You should keep gaining the knowledge. Knowledge is very important, and various fields. Don't stick to only just one field. You should have all the knowledge, the life skills, all the social skills, the cognitive skills. Hmm? So many skills are there. So all these are different type of knowledge. You should gain this. Okay.